Brothers and sisters, for freedom Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to the yoke of slavery. For you were called to freedom, brothers and sisters. Only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for self-indulgence, but through love become slaves to one another. For the whole law is summed up in a single commandment: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. If, however, you bite and devour one another, take care that you are not consumed by one another. Live by the Spirit, I say, do not gratify the desires of the flesh. For what the flesh desires is opposed to the Spirit, and what the Spirit desires is opposed to the flesh. For these are opposed to each other, to prevent you from doing what you want. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not subject to the law. And so wrote St. Paul to the Galatians. My brothers and sisters, in this day and age, where everything contrary to what the gospel teaches is being celebrated, right, on a regular basis in a secular society, God's word is calling us to the opposite. Indeed, all of us have been given this freedom by God, but this freedom that has been given to us is for good, is to seek the will of God, to love Him, and to serve Him in our brothers and sisters. We think that by giving expression to every instinct, every impulse, that we are becoming ourselves. In fact, we're not. If it is not in accordance with the law and the love of God, what happens is that we end up moving away from Him and we find ourselves unhappy. So we ask the Lord for the grace to be able to recognize in His Word the true life, and that life becomes part of our life by being fed on the Eucharist and in His Word and by serving one another. Then we will experience freedom and joy and peace, and also have the strength to resist anything that does not come from God. Have a blessed weekend, and see you at church this Sunday.